harder now to catch up to the leader. Oh no, that's not gone well. The crash in the back, that is... And what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today it's going to be my first time playing Automobalista 2. I've heard lots of good things about this. You know, as I'm sure you guys know on the channel, that I love the original Automobalista, and I wanted to give this one a go. We're going to be doing 10 laps of Brands Hatch in the MCR S2000, which I think is fictional, but it's like based on some like 90s Le Mans kind of car. And but the catch is that about halfway through this race, or towards the end of this race, it is going to start raining and properly like chucking it down. So it's going to start dry and then go to wet. But let's see how we do. Alright, but here we are on the grid for this 10-lap race at Brands Hatch. We've got the lights on ahead of us, starting P3, and it's straight away lights out, and away we go off the grid. We've got a pretty even start with the man in P4 as we head down into turn 1. We're going to leave it in third gear, and then we're going to leave him just enough space there on the left-hand side for him to get through. But want to be a little bit rude because it's the first lap and we want to hold this position through the hairpin, and we have held our third place as the man in P4 is now being attacked by the cars behind, and lots of understeer already in this little Le Mans car. It's third gear now, and then second down for the apex, and getting on the power as early as I can. Quite a lot of traction on the exit of corners with this car, I'm noticing already. But as we go under the Brands Hatch sign, the second place guy is going to have a look maybe on the leader. We're going to drop it down to gear 4. Make sure we get that apex curve so we don't swing out wide and do exactly what I just did there. Down to third gear, grabbing another apex, and then swinging out to the curb on the right hand side, dropping down the hill, and then this sort of endless right hand corner. Let's look at the leaders go. They're fighting pretty aggressively now, and it's bringing us into the fight. This third gear through there probably could have taken second. Honestly, not too sure. It's my first time driving these cars, so this is all a bit of a learning experience for me. But that is one lap out of 10 down already, and we've held our position out of 25 cars on the first lap. But across the line we go to start lap 2. We're going to get on the brakes down to third gear as the leaders are going to go side by side. We've slightly cut the corner, used a lot of curve there on the right hand side, and then down to first gear, getting it turned in, and we have the pace at the minute to stay with the leaders, but passing them is going to be another matter. As big oversteer moment in the middle of the corner there, that's allowing the P4 car to catch us up, and he's going to go for a move. He's up the inside. We're going to look left. He's still there, and he's going to leave us enough space. We can see the helicourse up the top being very useful, but we're going to get a better exit than the guy as we head down the back straight. We're going to get it into fourth gear, shifting a bit later because it's one of those cars, and we haven't left him much space. He's on the grass, and we're just going to keep that space, that place I should say. I was a bit rude with him there, didn't leave him a whole lot of room. I did understeer quite badly, but it is definitely my fault. There's a big snap there through the right hander. We're going to go second gear for this left-hander though, and out we go. That was a much better run through this final sector as we head under the bridge and into the last corner. It's definitely third gear through there, and there we go, getting it turned in. We're going to take a slightly tighter line as up to fifth gear for the first time in this race, onto lap 3, and this race is progressing very nicely, but still no sign of the rain just yet. We know it will come. At least it should come, according to the forecast, as we're just going to cut off the guy in P4. He did have a look at us there, but I am going to say no to that move. It's through, I think that's called Graham Hill Corner, I'm not entirely sure. Not an expert with Brands Hatch. But the guy, he's going to have a go again up the inside, and he's going to keep it that time. He's going to get fully ahead. But we're going to pick up some slipstream now as we head down the straight. I'm going to pull out to the right hand side as the leaders are now going side by side again. And one of them has made a move, so we have a change of leadership in this race, but we are not going to get this red car back into the fast right-hander. But it's still a really good battle so far. There's a small space up the inside. We're going to take it over the curb, and that was really close. And I think I've just seen the first drop of this race. Yes, there it is. We can see it on the visor. That's our first drop of rain in this 10-lap race as we come onto lap 4. So it's going to be a majority wet race for us to try and survive. But look at the way the red car is just breaking away from us straight away as soon as he gains the position. And he could be the one to spoil the leader's party. As down into turn 1 we go, using all of the curb, getting as much grip as we can, but this grip is going to start disappearing pretty soon as we've got a car looking up our inside. There was nearly contact there, at least according to the helicourser, but he's not going to get that move. I'm going to cut him up. It was rude from him to even think about a look into the hairpin, but we're going to keep that place. We were expected to keep that place, and we have, as up the hill, up to 3rd gear. And look at the red car there who overtook us, really challenging the leaders now. And what we are going to do is we are going to set some wet tyres for the next pit stop, because if we do need to stop for tyres, we will have no choice but to go to the wets, because the dries won't do anything for us. Not sure where the next page is. There it is. Still learning how to navigate this MFD or this HUD, as they're going side by side for P2. They nearly had an accident, the two cars. Do that. Tyres, we're gonna, set it to wets. It's down to the final corner we go, and we can see it's really pouring now. There isn't going to be a whole lot of grip, but it is just going to be about when do we pit? When do we pit? And look at the spray already. There is so much standing water on the track as I've slid out very wide, getting all out of shape, and we might just get overtaken here. I'm going to go to the inside. We're going to try and just cover off these places, but look at how much water there is now, and there's just no grip. I'm aquaplaning all over the place. We're already 4.5 seconds down on my quickest lap, and look at that, just sliding out. We're going to lose a place. We're going to lose 2 places, and it's definitely going to be time to pit in this race. Look at that, sliding out even more. Look at how many places we're losing. I'm just really struggling to keep it on the road. The AI getting some fantastic grip, but I am going to try and request a pit stop. As I don't know if it's going to happen. Is he going to let me? Oh no, I've just gone sliding off. Looking at my MFD, I've just gone sliding straight off the road. And look at how many positions we're losing now as I'm off again. I can't get this car stopped, and our race is ending right in front of us as I just can't keep it on the circuit. That's a spin for us. It won't let me request the pit stop for some reason. But look at the sliding going on. I've caught the gravel there on the right hand side, and that is us with another spin. I don't know what's happening. I can't do anything. I've had to flick spin it to get it going again. And I can't request a pit stop for some reason. Look at there's no grip left in these tyres. Everybody's coming into the pits now. We're still P15 out of 25, so there must have been an accident maybe before us. As look at that, struggling to slow it down. But that was an absolutely abysmal in-lap from us. I've just heavily hit the entry there. But we've got wet tyres on, and this is going to bring us into the pits. Quick tyre change, hopefully it's not too slow. Down to P24 out of 25, so I don't know why we're so far down. There must have been people who did not come in, but off we go. It's a 17.1, so it's a very long pit stop Indeed, but we're P24 out of 25. I don't really understand why we've lost so many places. But back out onto the track, look at the rain now. Just, there is so much standing water. I have no idea what lap we're on, as my TV screen, it doesn't fit the resolution of the game properly, which is one negative. But really going to be fighting now to bring us back into contention. We are miles down, nearly 6 seconds down on the next car, Pinheiro, I think I'm saying that correctly. But down to second gear, getting it turned in. And look at the amount of understeer we're having through there. You can just see the rain is absolutely pelting down now on this Rantat circuit. They've gained more time on us. It's down to third gear now, even for the right-hander. That was fourth gear in the dry, but in the wet, having to really go slower because there is just so much less grip than what we get in dry conditions. And third gear for this right hand, a lot more understeer in the wet, I'm noticing, compared to in the dry. At least with this car is a little bit of understeer and then oversteer, very F14T like with that moment. And then down to third gear for the final corner. This corner doesn't really seem to change. That's still third gear, and we're still able to take it relatively fast as the cars are up there, just heading through turn 1 now. So we've got work to do if we want to catch these guys up, as I've just hit that green AstroTurf there on the right hand side. Unsettled the car very slightly, but I think we are gaining some time on these cars in front. Down into the hairpin. That was a lovely apex. We can see him there. We can see him getting away from us as, getting it turned in. Missed that apex quite drastically. It's now a 4-second gap to the car in front, as no, we've nearly lost it. I downshifted too aggressively. And that's going to lose us even more time. My God, we are having an absolute shocker of a race now in these wet conditions. And it's going to be even harder now to catch up to the leader. Oh